Hello, welcome to an e-demo on the system settings of an Illustra Essentials camera. What I'm going to do first of all is just open up a web browser and I'm going to navigate to the IP address of my camera. Once I'm here, I'm going to log in as an admin user, and once I've logged in, I'm going to choose the setup button at the top. Okay, so to access the system settings, I'm going to choose System from the menu on the left hand side. There's a number of sub-menus underneath System. The first of those is called General. In the General submenu, we can set, first of all, the device name, so I can just select this field and enter some text in there. I can set the language I want to see the interface in, a number of options in there, and I can also set the video standard as NTSC or PAL. I'm going to save those changes. Then I'm going to move over to the Date and Time tab, and it's in here where we can set the date and time for this camera. So first of all, I'm going to set the date format, time format, and the time zone in that upper section. And then I can set manually the current time if I want to. I could also choose to sync that with my PC. I can configure daylight savings time there as well. Or, if I don't want to set the time manually, what I can do is synchronize with an NTP server if I have one of those available. So I can just check the synchronize with NTP box and configure the server settings in those fields below. Okay, so the next submenu under System is called Account, and it's in here where we can create some user accounts for accessing this camera interface. You can see we just have the one in here, which is the one we are using. We could also choose to enable anonymous login so that anyone can access it. Let's uncheck that and we can create a new user. I'm just going to choose the Add User button and we can begin to fill in the fields in this dialog box. So we can assign a username, a password. We can set which group this user belongs to. We can give a remark there or a comment if we want as well. And we can also set their authority there using the checkboxes in this list. When we're happy, we can choose Save. If we move over then to the Group tab, we'll be able to see which groups we have on this camera. And groups define access privileges. So let's just edit the user group and you'll see we have that authority list again, and we can see which functions that members of this group can use. Just move back over to the username tab. If you want to remove a user, you can choose the icon in the delete column there and just confirm the deletion. Okay, so the next submenu under System is called Default, and it's in here where we can default the entire camera back to factory settings. Next we have Import Export. What we can do there is take a backup of the camera settings, or if we already have a backup, we can actually import that backup here as well. So you can see if I choose Export, it's going to give me the backup file. Let's go into Auto Maintain, which will allow us to just reboot the camera manually by selecting that button. And then finally we have Upgrade. If there was a firmware file available for upgrading the firmware in this camera, we could upload it and carry out the upgrade from here.